is interested in what kind of charts I use. So I use this one, which is a 15-minute with volume profiles. I use this Renko chart, which is a 6 Renko 5-minute chart. And at the bottom, we have our DOM and a 40 range footprint chart that I can switch to a 20 range footprint chart. Those are actually the only charts I look at. I try to minimize my charting as much as I can to not get contradictory analysis. So I will most of the time be looking at a more high time frame charting setup like this, and only when I go into trades I will start looking at the lower time frame. Just so you know. The levels on my chart, I use VOMA levels. Then we have these yellow levels right here, which are previous big sellers over 2,500 contracts. The yellow levels are retouched levels. The purple levels are strong levels. Like this one right here, 6,010 is a big seller from March 3, I think, right before the drop. And as you can see, we are trading around his level the entire week. We also have a big seller here above at 6,052, which the market reacts perfectly on. And we have a big seller downstairs here at 5,935-ish, which the market reacted to this morning. So I don't have a lot of levels on my chart, and I only use the VOMA levels for intraday decision making. So that's about it. And there we go. Let's go. Let's see if the market can pick a direction from the start. Now let's see if we run back into our levels or if we reject the 6,010 level. If we reject the 6,010 level, which is the purple level as well as this value bottom VOMA level, I will be targeting back to the first and second distribution right here. I don't know if you see it anywhere else. Just tell me. I'm open for every kind of insights. I love to trade together, not just me rambling on, because I am not, as I told you before, not the best trader in the world. I'm just a guy trying to survive, just like everyone else.
I often use ADR, which average daily range, which is showing the bottom of around 6,005 at the moment, which I pinned earlier as just as an area to watch. It seems to be breaking into that quite nicely at the moment, so that's a good sign that it will break through that and continue. But let's see.
Yeah, let's see. We've got some buying at 6,008, some nice cluster buying.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get above the 6,010 level, break it with conviction and hold it. It's like every indicator you use, every kind of technical analysis, trend lines. I don't care. We're all looking at the same data, actually. So I've got guys working trend lines. I know people working purely on market structure, but we all see approximately the same stuff. So now you see the VOMA levels coming up here. We've broke the 6,010. But we're having some big sellers coming in at 6,014.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shooting star there.
What time frames are you watching?
So at the moment, I'm looking at 1 minute, which is developing a shooting star. It's just got a relatively big tail, even on the 15 minutes, though. But it's not a shooting star. So I quite often use stochastics actually just to judge entries, which I find quite successful.
Yeah, stochastics is pretty good. That is indeed true. I used stochastics for a long time. In the beginning, when I was trading, I used stochastics and RSI. So that is pretty good.
I use 4 separate ones, so you can look at multiple time frames.
All right.
And what I'm looking for is some divergence on all 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see all 4 bottom out.
Yeah. Yes.
That I find I'm pretty good at judging entries, but then when exits can be a bit rough sometimes. I'm normally a little late on my exits.
Yeah, I understand. But I believe in like time price. Larit, right now, we smashed through the 6010 level, and we held like 2 seconds above it.
Yeah.
For me, that would be like a trigger. If we hold above it for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then get a retest, then I will take a long, because we have to accept those price points.
I'm seeing support at the bottom of this ADR zone as well, which is a good sign that it's not dipping below that.
Yep.
Can I open chat here because I can show you?
Yep, please.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So that's my ADR zone. You can see on the minute, and it's finding support right at that level.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yeah. That is indeed good. That's a lot of lines. I like lines. I like trading lines. They just more specific than trend lines or stuff like that, because they're all free for interpretation. I don't think trading futures with trend lines is a very good thing to do, because we trade price.
I try and draw trend lines visually, but it's sorry, just in my own head, I can sort of see a trend line, but I don't put them on the chart because it gets too messy.
Yeah, understand completely.
But I have a lot of lines on my minute graph, but then as I drop off, so when I get to the 4-hour chart, I have a lot less support and resistance lines on there.
Welcome, other guys. Grease, P-Ray, Pedal X. Pedal. You were here before, right? I know you from somewhere.
Not live.
I've
never been live.
Right. I know you from somewhere. I know the bicycle thing. I've seen it. Maybe somewhere else in another Discord. I don't know yet. But it's good.
Yeah, I'm on a few other Discords.
It's good to have you guys here. Thank you for attending. As I said, I will be a little cautious trading here, because as you can see on my right screen here, my first level is a value bottom, so that's the lowest I was thinking the RTH session would go. But since Globex did the anomaly of going 116 points against us, I am waiting for a retest, maybe into this 6010 level, or a retest into it to go down. I will be very, very, very careful trading today, because A, it's Friday, B, we have that news that hit us this morning, and C, it's Friday the 13th, so that's not good news. So that's about it. I do have a very good short signal on the 6010 level right now, but I am not going to take it as of yet. I'm just going to wait and hold and see how price reacts in the coming minutes, maybe the coming hour. We could start ranging here for me nice little range to get back into that value area. And I want to see us make a clear upthrust and a retest of the 6010, 6018 zone before I even consider long. And vice versa. So if anybody has any questions or insights, please speak up. I like interaction more than otherwise it just gets boring because I can watch charts the entire day, but when I'm in the zone, it tends to get kind of silent, which is normal. Trading is boring. So we have one really big seller on the ask right now. He just disappeared at 6014. Which means I want to see a nice little delta building on the 6010 level and retest into that. But it might be a very slow day. I do believe we get back into this green zone at the end of the day, because that's exactly where we want to be. We've been holding above weekly V.O.M.A for 3 weeks now in a row, I think. Our monthly V.O.M.A is still right here at 93. So we went, retested it once. Now we shot through it for a second time. So let's just wait and see. Hey Ferre, how are you, man? What do we have here? Rick, how are you, man? All good?
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm good. Kind of stumped for the day because of the news impact this morning, so my entire plan went to shit, as we say it. So I don't like improvising. So we just have to wait and see if we get back into our VOMA levels. Yeah, no problem, Grizz. I like to do this once in a while. Try to give some value to everyone. I don't know how valuable it can be, but I do like to take these live trading sessions for everyone to be like, yeah, it's a small learning environment. Once again, don't blindly copy trade me. I am not the best trader in the world. I just try to make a living. And as I told this with open, if we are unable to hold above the 6010 line for a long time, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes above this, then I can see no acceptance in this 6010 level, and I do believe we can go further down also beyond, because we have this low volume node at 6015, which is not yet retested, but we had some big sellers showing up there. So for now, it just actually looks like New York is trying to find a direction after this morning's news.
I'm seeing some bearish divergence on the stochastics. I don't think it's strong enough for me to dive in, but no. I would agree there is a chance this could go down here.
Yeah, we're not accepting for this for now. We are not accepting above, but we are on the 5 minute having some long wicks below. So that means that there is definitely some buying pressure. Also on the footprint, we see some really good buying pressure right underneath that 6010 level.
This could even be a bit of a bull flag going on here, which tends to overrule any divergences. So you never know, it might shoot up from here.
Now on the footprint, I see a big seller at 6011, answered by a big buyer at 6006. So probably we are going to try to get that seller pushed out of his position later at 6011. But that can take some time. For now, I still have absolutely nothing. Just watching that 6010 level like a hawk.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if it can pick a direction here. But yeah, we need to clear either the seller or buyer for this to go somewhere.
There we go, looking some more on the downside. Set my volume profile here. We've got some buyers answering right above 6,000. Let's see how we react at value area high. I still believe the price is moving very, very, very slow. We have a very narrow opening range. Lots of indecision at the moment. No real precise movement or direction. Also, we are still trading this volume node right here. We have the low volume node here. Right about 6,000 to 6,003. Mm-hmm. Also looks like we're rejecting V.O.M.A. And the order book is, by the way, very, very thin. I've got here an indicator. If you use NinjaTrader, it's on my left-hand side. Don't know if you can see it very clearly. You can download this from the Discord. It's just an indicator that will tell you if the order book is thin, medium, or very big. So how many people are on the order book in real time, so that you don't need to watch the DOM to get an insight of this. When it's red, best to stay out of trades because it could get really choppy. I think the indicator is it's in the trading tools channel. It's called the liquidity compass. It's made by one of our guys. Whoa, corn dog. There we go. Nice push down into our zone. Let's see us react from here. This is a nice pullback. Might stab a little long if we are unable to pierce through 6,000 with conviction. We're coming up back into the Globex value area high. Boom. There we have the reaction I was waiting for. Too thin, too thin, too thin. This is a news-driven event. Yeah. Nice, but I was too slow on the trigger. Unfortunately. Let's wait for the retest. I don't know if any of you guys trade DOM, depth of market, or only technicals. I will show you for a second what I'm looking at. So right here, we only see like 20, 25, 30, 20, 30, 30, 29, 32 contracts being offered at each price level. So this is, for me, is way too volatile to push myself inside of there. I'm waiting for a little bit larger orders like the 62, 73 to get filled and to give me more of a sense of real price direction where we are going. This was to be expected on a day like this. There should be news coming in a few minutes. Let's wait and see. We have news coming up in about 6 minutes. Right at a pretty important price level here. The 6,000 level where we are now. So this could be why the order book is thinning out at the moment.
Did you say that contract rollover is going to lessen the buying pressure as well today?
Probably. I think this is just my 2 cents that a lot of people are retail traders, maybe some bigger guys. I don't know. They are not trading because of this news. There's a lot of uncertainty right here. And secondly, because it's rollover next week. So I do believe there will
notary.
be... Excuse me? Oh, yeah. So I just don't know. I think there is also always, in rollover week, I don't like to trade a lot because volume is not correct. Right now as well, we have very low volume coming into the market. So it could be because of the rollovers, yes.
Yeah. Assuming that it's harder to recover after a loss of so many points based on news because we've got rollover Monday, so it's going to make even less buying pressure after shock news.
Like I see us rejecting this zone. Now, unfortunately, we have news coming in 4 minutes. So I will not take a long, even if this, if it presents itself. I really do want to take this long. We are also at weekly VWAP.
How do you know the news is landing?
How do I know?
Yeah.
I use a website.
Oh, sorry. Of course, no. Yeah, 3 p.m. Forget the 3 p.m. my time. Forget the question.
Yeah, I use for anyone asking. I use financialjuice.com. I don't know if anybody knows that website, but it actually gives you the news live. You can just play it on your computer, and it will tell you news updates as they come. So when the news hits, I will know immediately everything without even looking at my screen. So that's pretty nifty. It is financialjuice.com. I will share it in the chat. I really like their news feed.
I'm on there now already, actually.
Voila.
Just having a look after you mentioned them. I use Economic Calendar, which is pretty good. This looks like it might even be better.
Yeah, it is, in my opinion, it's best. Also, they just really, you can put them on voice, play them in the background, and any news update will just be spoken to you, which is pretty good. Even the minor ones. Ooh, that's a nice. Wow. We have 408 contracts traded at 92. Hey, futures trader, how are you, man? This is a nice spot. This 92 area, we got a lot of selling absorption right here. Let's see how that develops. And we push through. No problem, man. I will be like maybe 1 to 2 hours of live session. I'm just gonna see because it's Friday. I'm not gonna be too ridiculously involved in the markets today. 1 minute to news. I will do this more often, by the way, do just these live sessions for everyone. This is how we do them every day. In the premium, we have like about 5 to 10 people in the premium maybe joining. Sometimes it's only 2 of us, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 10. It depends on the day. I think because it's very hot in Belgium that we have less participation from the Belgian guys. They're all barbecuing. Okay, we have orders being pulled. Order book is getting really, really thin. News in 5. Let's see. They are not pushing it past the 98 level. Let's see the push back into the 92 area. Order book is getting some more power right here. I don't know, am I showing the wrong screen? Okay, I'm showing the right screen. We're building a lot of negative delta right here. Order book is still very thin, around 10 to 20 orders per price level, which is still very, very volatile. So here we go, holding above this 92 level. Let's stab along. You can take 92 as a stop. 6,004. struggling to get past this guy, so I'm moving my stop to break even. Just 1 point in green. I'll show you why I did this stop. Up, 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 up. Chart on here. We have this big seller right here. I thought we were gonna pass him in this zone, but we are struggling getting out of this zone, so I moved my stop right below him, which was the smart thing to do. Let's look for another opportunity. Still very, very, very volatile. If anybody has some questions, some insights, please, guys, do chime in. As I said, I love some conversation, otherwise I'm just talking to myself the entire time.
Struggling to find the trades today.
Yeah, it's very...
Any that I can be
no, that's normal after a drop like this. The market is very volatile, very indecisive, so it's just reacting very quickly. Maybe taking a few scalps before we can actually find some nice direction. Not taking on too much risk at the same time.
No, if I do anything today, then I'll be trading on a single contract at low tick stop out.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. Just minimizing risk here. I get a nice push from that 94s again. Somebody's building up some contracts there. And they're front running him already. See if he takes his contracts a little higher. Might follow the long now. I am too late on my order. Get in there, break the mid. Pull my stop. Not gonna take this. I'll wait for a reaction right here because this is going a little too fast. I do believe this is a pullback that will lead up to continuation on the higher side.
I'm expecting this to break 6,010, but just not sure
when.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a valid entry. That's the problem. So the expectation is that this is going to go north, but I just can't find the right entry.
Yeah, I'm looking at the absorption at 92 for a catalyst. Let's call it that.
Well, you've got a buyer collecting contracts down there, right?
Yeah. So that's what I am looking for. But I was too fast on the draw just now. Just get 2-point stop. So that's good. Too bad. Yeah, because we have a low volume node above us and a very big low volume node below us. I'm just gonna wait here until we retest one of them. Okay, we're gonna shoot through the low volume node. Let's see. We do have our daily view up at 81. Didn't see that one. Let's see what we have here. Approaching the low volume node now. Some large selling into 86. Excuse me. I do, futures trader. I did trade Globex session exclusively for years. Still trying to find my way into the New York session actually. Why did I trade Globex for years? Because I could. I'm European based, and that was actually the best time to trade. Now we moved houses, and I bring my son to school every morning. Which is about an hour drive away from where we live. So I don't have the time to prepare for Globex session in the morning anymore, which I found rather unfortunate because I like trading Globex more than I like trading New York session, actually. While New York has more volatility and more possibilities, I do believe that Globex gives us a very good direction very early in the morning. If we don't get a direction, we know it's a range day. We can just play the edges because we have a lot less algorithms and automatic high frequency trading during Globex. The order flow is much more reliable in my beliefs.
Yeah, I find the days where I get a good 3 or 4 relative sized moves in the morning tend to be the bigger moves I get after market open. So I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, you can have like market opens, and in 30 minutes you can get like a directional trade in that you can hold for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Still can be choppy, can't it, in the Globex, but it has, if it's got a wide range, that's a good indicator that you've got a good trade coming at market open.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am now looking to long here out of this low volume node. Just take it a little bit more to the downside, see if we get some positive deltas coming in. And we move too fast again. Too fast for me. Let's wait for the second chance. By the way, guys, I am trading, just to be completely open and honest, I am trading my own account, no prop firms, no stuff like that. So that's why I don't try to take cowboy trades. Just if anyone is asking why I don't take like 10 trades a minute. That is the reason.
I've found I've only been successful at trading when I take less trades. When you concentrate on when you see the right signals, only trading then I find that
Indeed. We still have too much selling delta here for me to go long right now. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
I used to get excited and just place a trade, and I lost lots of money doing that.
Yep, same. I have a volume profile, futures trader. I have a volume profile from Globex Open, so that is the daily volume profile. On my DOM, I have separate volume profiles for overnight session and RTH session. So I look at the full day Globex separately and RTH separately, just to find confluence in levels, if there are any. My pleasure, man.
I never know which to look at with volume profile, whether I should do look at it right from the start of the pre-market or whether I should look at the open session. I'm not.
Oh, that's why I'll show you by V.O.M.A again. That is why I look for all volumes. I have to see because I'm half naked here that I don't press the wrong buttons on my screen. So the orange one is the RTH session, and the purple one is the Globex session.
That's
so that
really
is
good. You can't do that in TradingView.
actually what I'm looking for. So and in here I have the very small time frame footprint, and my time and sales, and a delta volume profile that I reset every couple of minutes just to see delta at price building inside the range.
Might have to look at NinjaTrader. I use TradingView, and the DOM screen is not.
Yeah, this is not Ninja's normal DOM. This is a third-party DOM for NinjaTrader.
Okay.
I do think if you want a really good DOM, ATAS has some good DOMs. Jigsaw, of course, or Sierra charts. But you can buy the Jigsaw DOM and just put it on NinjaTrader as well, or put it on TradingView, or put it on everything you want. That is a real versatile one.
Okay, I will look at that Jigsaw.
Oh, there's selling. I need to find my other buyer because I'm still long biased, and we are definitely taking shorts here. So I need to get out of my long thinking. But we also have the low volume node coming up right here. See this? This is the low.
Bottoming out.
Yep.
Been keeping an eye on 5985 just because that's where it took off this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I say this morning, about an hour ago.
Yep.
And it's just gone below that.
Yeah, it just went very, very powerful below that. That's why I say I need to adjust my thinking hat from longs to short, maybe. The problem is when you enter the market with the contradictory thoughts.
Try not to, but it is almost impossible.
Yeah. Always have one bias that will keep you going for the rest of the day. So this looks like a delta flip is forming right here at this distribution, which could be
quite
nice.
At the V.O.M.A on 1 minute as well.
Yes. And this is a setup where I can take a little more risk.
Seeing a little divergence as well on stochastics.
I'm just gonna let this one play out. I don't want to take a reversal here without an actual upthrust and retest. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just catching a falling knife from 6012, which is not a smart move.
What I always do on days like this is I only trade on the retest.
Yeah.
There was one actually earlier today. There was a short at 612-ish. There was a retest which I should have taken just after open.
Oh yeah, but I was too yeah. I've seen it and I have the level marked and I did not take it, unfortunately. Because I was long biased, I was looking at acceptance above the 6010. And we didn't accept above.
I didn't know if I was looking at a short or a bull flag, which is why I didn't enter because it was very very uniform up and down.
It happens.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Now ask yourself, is this a pullback for a short continuation? I think so.
I'm not so sure. I'm definitely seeing some nice divergence on the stochastic, but I want to only enter on a retest at the moment. It's the divergence I'm seeing. So I use 4 stochastics, and the 2 smaller time frame stochastics are showing divergence.
Yes. We also have a divergence on the what should we call it? The cumulative delta.
And coming into retest zone.
Still have a lot of selling going on.
Yeah. Nice hammer on the 1 minute.
And push down. Buyers are answering here, but there's just not enough.
No, I'm still holding. This would be
power.
normally I would be quite interested in entering here, but I'm not trusting this day at the moment.
I have this guy's trying to get inside of the market.
Yeah. Did you see a nice buy for 190 though?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it goes.
So this. Get the reversal at V.O.M.A. If I don't get it, Done. Yeah, I'm out. Too much power to the downside.
I didn't trade it. It's just, yeah, too much selling pressure at the moment.
I was seeing a lot of buying delta coming in, but then it was just taken out. Now I want to see if I can close it up a little bit higher, which I obviously am unable to.
I've seen some higher buys come through, 175, 166, 150. All around 5976.
No, too much selling. Selling is continuing right here, even at lower prices.
Just waiting for signals because I don't want to suddenly flip. You know, if I suddenly flip and go short, that's when it will reverse. These big buys again at 5976.
Yeah, but if he gets sold into, then he's gonna, he gets taken out, he's done.
Yeah. Let's see what the 15 minutes looking like.
The 15 minutes is looking incredibly bearish. Just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
We're back at V.O.M.A. Gonna close them up here. I have a sell level coming up right here. See this? Red zone. Wait for the retest to take out the red zone first. And then stab the reversal. Just scalping a few ticks here and there, which is good. Mm-hmm. '81 is also, I wrote this in the newsletter if anyone reads it. '81 is also our previous week's POC. Excuse me. If the sell zone holds, I'm gonna take the pullback for a short. No problem, future trader. No problem at all. I just try to do this maybe once every weekly Friday or something like that. Just get a little bit of engagement in the group, because we are with 100 people in around 2 weeks, and there's only 5 of us talking inside of the chats. Now we see this sell zone has disappeared very, very nicely. And take out the 120 buyers right there. Amazing. Amazing. They kept my long. Always the same in hindsight.
No re-entry chance really. It's bottomed out. It's gone straight back up.
Yeah. I was right on the long, but I saw the sell zone come up, so I closed my position for, I don't know, 2 points, 3 points, which was green is green on a Friday like this, but I do believe I can take slightly better profits than this. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Oh, I did my ICT laugh there. Sorry. Sorry for that.
ICT, it's a controversial character.
I don't care for him a lot.
No. Makes just rewords simple structures into complicated language to make it sound like something.
It's just all. But what do you want to believe? Just like that. What do you want to believe? If you believe something works and you try it enough and you give it a name, it will work. That's it. In the end, trading is nothing more but money and risk management. I do believe you can take 1,000 random trades with decent risk management and still make money. That's why I say don't follow my lead. I am not the best trader. I'm just trying to make some money. But what I do is with my risk management is pretty solid. I have very good rules for my risk management, and I have I think I have a 40% win rate right now. Yeah, 40% win rate, but I'm still making money, so that's good. So I don't really care about gurus or flashy stuff. It's all the same. It's all the same.
I think some of it makes sense. There's a smart, the general concept of smart, the smart money concept, general idea does kind of work in terms of working out where the smart money is going to go, but a lot of it's just flowery nonsense as well, if you ask me.
Yeah. And if he can teach it, and he has fun teaching it, yeah, let him teach. Why not? Who are we to say? I do think there's a lot of people that get a lot of value from ICT's teachings. I'm not saying I'm getting value from his teachings per se, but I did watch some of his videos when they came out. I'm not gonna say they arouse me in any way. But yeah, if he likes to teach and if he's helping people, let him help people. And then people are like, oh yeah, but he asks money for that. Yeah, he's helping people. So why? I think it's a very strange subject. And I know it's a very controversial subject as well. That in the trading world, if you want to teach, you have to do it for free. And I think that is a really, really weird thing to say. If you want to learn how to play the piano, you go to a piano teacher. He doesn't have to be the best piano teacher in the world. It's just a piano teacher, a guy that knows how to play the piano. And he will teach you how to play the piano. If you get really good at playing piano, that is on you. It's not on him to make you the best piano player in the world. I don't know any piano players that say, yes, I will teach you to play the piano and put in 2 hours a week, every week, especially for you, for free. Value needs to be valued.
That's very true, and I don't think anything of value certainly in trading is for free.
No, because if you watch YouTube movies, YouTube videos, they all say the same thing. And if you want to get deeper into the real valuable stuff, there is a paywall. It is what it is. It's like people expect, and I think that is one of the big problems with the trading community is that it attracts people who have less money. Not good, just talking in general, not pointing out anyone or trying to hurt anyone. People who have less money. And they see this big dream of people making hundreds of thousands of dollars per day, mostly in prop firms. And they think, I can do that as well. And I need them to teach me for free how to do that because I have no money and I cannot invest anything into my trading education. I think that's a really strange thought. For anything. I looked it up and I Googled how many football players globally, and I mean soccer players globally, are in the top 100 of football players. It's 0.05% of the world's football players are ranking as professionals. So if we believe that around 1 to 2% of traders are actually doing this as a profession, that is around 200 times the percentage more than becoming a football player. But still, everybody wants to be a football player. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, I mean, there's an old quote as well, which is something I can't remember who said it, but it's along the lines of, as soon as I tell anyone how I'm making money in the markets, it stops working.
Yeah.
that is true. If everyone was doing the same thing, then the guys with the big money, they adjust. They adjust to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think there's something really. It's like ICT. I don't know how many people are making money off of ICT's concepts, and they are really glad with his concepts. And I see a lot of people not making money from ICT's concepts, and they say ICT is bullshit, ICT is crap. So there will always be some kind of divider on people who actually make the money and people who don't. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing in trading is learning when not to take a trade.
Yeah, absolutely.
And build from there. Default position should be not to take the trade unless you've got good reason to take it, and then you can probably make money.
I don't know. You can't see me today, but I have this notebook by my side. I have it always. It's right next to my mouse. And I write everything down before I take a trade. Everything. I can fill like half a page before I just enter a trade. This zone, this much buyers, this much delta. Okay, let's pull the trigger. So it seems like I'm pulling the trigger pretty fast, but I am writing with my right hand in my little book, which then I will use after the trade is done to do a little analysis of that trade. Easy. So I've learned the hard way that it's not very easy, unfortunately, to win money in the markets. What is this? There was an error.
I spent the majority of the last year just really tailing, but I spent a period not trading at all because I was taking too many trades, taking too much risk. I was thinking, oh, this might work out. This might look like it's going to go up.
Yeah.
And then you can't trade like that.
No. I did the same. When I was starting out, I would take like 30, 40 trades a day sometimes. Now I limit myself to taking 5 trades a day. So I scalps, I do take scalps, and I don't count scalps as a trade. So I do have some DOM scalps that I take, but those are like 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and then I'm off. And those can go really fast. It's like, okay, I see a big order, let's just front run the order, get 3, 4 ticks, stuff like that. So sometimes I can move pretty fast, and just take like for instance, now we have this big order stacking above 78. I could front run them by 3, 4 ticks, get a 3, 4 tick point profit, 3 to 4 tick profit out of it. I don't call that a trade for me. Also, it's got like a 2 tick stop, so it's more of a little momentum trade.
Yeah, I can't yet scalp the same candle, so I've not got that skill level. I'm starting to see pivot. I'm getting the pivots pretty good within 1 or 2 ticks at the moment on the trades I do take. I need to expand my knowledge so I can take more trades, but not just blindly take trades.
It's not about water, but also the environment is constantly changing. Like if we see the previous 2 months, you could take like 20 point, 30 point trades without a problem, without hesitation. Right now, the environment is back to taking 5 point, 10 point trades, if you're lucky.
There was a nice big trade yesterday, but I didn't take it because it was just before news, which I think it was about 15.90 or something. I thought at the time that could go to 60.50, and it did go to 60.50.
But that was around the open. We had one pullback, and then because I was live, I was looking at it. We had not even one decent chance of a retest or anything to get into it. I took the trade. Let me take a look. I took this trade at 16:30 my time, which got from value area high to value area low to POC. So a faster, I think 5-6 point trade.
Yeah.
Which was good. Which was very nice to take. I do believe if we do not hold this 5990 area, which has a lot of buyers here, also a retest of V.O.M.A. Let's see how this goes. I might step along again unless we go like 10 points lower from here. Seth, how are you doing, my man? Are you awake? Ish. Seth is not here. His face is here, but he's not here.
I'm liking this 5985 area. There's been a lot of action around there.
That's what I say. If we are unable to hold short below 5990, I might take a long.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a signal also, which pushes me into this long. Get my stop at 84. Let's try this. I have 2 signals on my Renko chart. It's valid enough for me to take it to the next high.
How's it going in here?
Terrible today, actually. Yeah, but good enough.
That's not good.
No, it's good enough. It's going well.
I'm having horrible problems with Rhythmic right now.
Yeah?
What's wrong? So I had this huge trade open last night, and so Rhythmic for some reason it didn't even stop working. It's like it restarted itself. I think there was an update or something. Now I'm trying to reopen it, and it doesn't open as a one.
There was a big problem. I mentioned it. There was a big problem with what should we call it? The cloud stuff.
All that crap.
Yeah, all that crap. Okay, I'm in here really nice now.
Okay, I gotta restart my computer. I'll be right back.
Going for 5 points. Let's see how we react at V.O.M.A. My stop is at a 1 point, how do we call it? Here, 1 point thingy. 6 points up now. Push it more up. Come on, get out of the zone. Push it out, come on. Push it. Yes, I'm gonna move my take profit a little higher. Let's say 610. Uppa. Get this one in the 6-point range. And there we go. Come on, baby, push it up. That is the trade we're looking for. Come on, push past the low volume node. Let's go, you ugly motherfucker. Get it back in. Pushing stop to 7 points. Let it run into it. That's nice. Good. Nice one.
What was your entry on that 590 or 5990?
My entry here was 5991. I was a little bit late, unfortunately.
It's better than me. I second guessed myself. I was thinking 5985 as an. I don't think I'd have got filled there, but that's what I was looking at for an entry, and it just curled just above it.
I had my first target at 6,000, but I saw some buyers coming in, so I pushed my target to 6,010 and pushed my stop right at the top of this zone, which just retested, unfortunately. But I do believe we can get to 6,010 from here. Not gonna take it again. Right now we're back into the buy zone. Opening range mid, as we say. See them push up to 6,010 again, and then, my dear set, we are back into our VOMA range. Finally.
Nice.
Go on, get it in. And they're selling into it again. Bastards.
Retest it there.
I would expect it to do a little bounce. It's just hit the bottom of ADR, which it always reacts to in one way or another.
ADR, average daily range, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I find unless it's got real volume.
What is the difference between ADR and ATR, the average true range?
So average true range is more of a volatility index.
Yeah.
So when ATR goes to say, I don't know, all the way up at 10, then that's a good sign that it's probably going to reverse. At the moment, it's around 5. So it's kind of could go either way, sort of thing. But ADR just marks out what it, is for me what the logical high and low of the day might be. But then, as with anything, with enough volume, it can just smash straight through it sometimes. But if volume's
I'm looking. I don't have an
like,
ADR on my. Yep, I don't have it. I do have an ADX, an ADXR, and an ATR. But I'm not a big. How do you say it? Indicator guy. I always seem that indicators are lagging unless you take them on like a 5-minute chart. Yeah. 1 minute chart, 30-second chart. Yes. But then the calculations are a little too slow. Corn Dog, here he is. Finally. Dudes, I've been missing you during the lives. How are you holding up today? Where are you during the lives these days, man? Are you working? We need your sweet voice in the chat. Your angel voice.
But indicator-wise, I'll use ADR because it's set for the whole day. So you can say yesterday, for example, that 5090 was the lower range of ADR. and that's where it bounced and went all the way up to the top, which was 60.50. So that's where I was getting those predictions from yesterday, and today I can see. So I think I said this morning 6005 is an area to watch, and that's the lower end, which it's trying to break into at the moment.
Yeah.
So I use that because it's not necessarily lagging. It just provides a good indication of range for the day.
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
Stochastics I find can be leading if you use all four.
Yes, but then that's my big problem. I'm not saying one style is better than the other. As long as you make money, that's I am a firm believer in doing what you do and seeing what you see. That is something I believe in very, very, very firmly. And if you see stochastics, yes, but if I'm looking at 4 different types of stochastics, I'm not looking at price anymore. I think. I don't know. That's why I don't actually. I use one indicator, and that's the cumulative delta.
Yeah, so that's a good one to be. That's a good one to be looking at, because you can see when all sellers, for example, have been absorbed, and it gives you a great entry point. But with having trading V.O.M.A, I find it a bit limiting certainly on level 2 data. Its trading view isn't as good as other platforms.
Yeah. No, most certainly. We have here the battle, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, of the 6,000 level, which is continuing, which is a very boring battle to look at the moment. Just gonna mention it that I really, really, really like these reaction zones. These in V.O.M.A. Really, really, really love them. They are amazing. Ferre, did you use them already? Ferre, wake up. He's taking a nap. You got them on a 1 minute. How do they work on a 1 minute?
1 minute can be scary.
Yeah, that's what I thought so as well.
I'm just be there and gone very quick.
Yeah, I'm just using them now on a 5 minute in conjunction with the Renko one. Yeah, and they are absolutely.
Your connection.
My connection?
Maybe it's not your connection. Maybe it's just your mic.
It's you, man. It's always you. It's not my hardware is flawless.
Your stream looks fine, but your mic is like.
Is it
totally
having problems again?
That's better. You're back. You're back.
Okay. I just ring it deeper into my mouse like this. Okay. So if you look at this 15-minute chart, I projected the 5-minute signals from V.O.M.A on here. So this is the distribution. No, this is the accumulation, which I call a V.O.M.A accumulation. And this is the distribution, which I call a V.O.M.A queued. So I'm giving them my own names. So they work. They actually work really well. See the retest on this. Okay, this was pre-market. This is 7:45 my time, but the retest on this is just beautiful. So and when we had the retest right here on this second one, which is above this low volume node, which also happens to be right at last week's POC 81. This is where I got long, but got scared and only took 2 points. And then I got long from this zone again for the 7-pointer just now. So these V.O.M.A levels work amazingly for now. Really, really, really amazing. Very nice, very nice. Especially in conjunction with the Renkos. Just put one on this and put the Renkos on the other one. It is great for seeing structure on the Renkos and seeing entries. I don't know if you need the Renkos, actually. I just like to see Renkos. Hence my name. That's it. Voila, that's enough talking for me. So, let's talk a little about your... first and foremost, guys, this weekend, everybody who uses NinjaTrader, I will be making a rollover market analyzer this Sunday. I thought it would be something fun to do when we have our weekly outlook. So, since it's rollover next week, it's something I use for a while. Every rollover, I make a new one, where you can track the volumes from different markets just to see when it is the best time to roll over our little contracts. I think that is a very nice and really good thing to do for a live session, right? For the guys who are not in premium, we do a live market outlook every Sunday. So if you want in, you just have to get premium. We do a live outlook every Sunday where we look at the markets for the next week. We look at the markets, what came, and we also give everyone a platform and a specific time to talk about their struggles this week, what went very well, what went wrong, kind of like a journal, kind of like an accountability to the rest of the crew, just to talk to real humans about their psychology, what went wrong, what went well. I do think the weekly Sunday outlooks are what helps a lot of the members in the Discord progress. Here we are at the 6010 level. Should have held my stop below V.O.M.A just later. Just unfortunately. Very nice rally into the 6010 again. Oh, no. Why are you selling here, guys? Not selling. We have to buy. So just so you know, guys, if you want to do that, it's very interesting. Every Sunday. For set, it's the middle of the night. So the guys in America, I think for Corn Dog, it's also in the middle of the night. I don't care. They get out of bed for it because it is really, it's a really nice thing to do as a group. I do think, and that is something I try to aim for in the premium, that we are not just looking at my charts and I'm telling people how to trade, because that's nonsense. We give everybody in the premium their own platform, their own time to talk, their own voice to speak and to talk about their problems, their struggles, their wins, if possible. So that's it. That's actually about it. What I wanted to say. I'm having problems with TradeZilla, which doesn't want to sync my account again. How do I do this? Sync selected. Manage accounts. Damn it. How do I do this? Why doesn't it want to work? Okay, now it says it's synced. Let's try it. It's not syncing for shit. Okay, I will look into this later. There was a big problem, it seems, with NinjaTrader. That's why what I was talking to you about that. I couldn't get in my account. Oh, here's a beautiful 6010. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's hold above it so we can start longing again. So I couldn't get in my NinjaTrader account for the entire day, actually.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I emailed them and they told me I had there was a problem with the cloud-based stuff. So but now they had it fixed, but still my account doesn't work. So it seems with trade seller, with success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That humongous trade running overnight, and then Rhythmic just decided to stop working.
That is crazy. That's really crazy. And was it Rhythmic on your what time was that? Was that after?
I have no idea. It was I set the trade and I went to bed, and then I woke up, and then Rhythmic had like it's back to the login screen for some reason.
But it's not a problem with Rhythmic. It's a problem with your.
Probably it's probably Starlink, because I've had this problem with like other apps where likes to like reset them or something. It's really weird.
Huh?
Or just some other weird, I don't know, cloud problem that they were having. I have no idea.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, well, shit happens.
Well, it's a sim account, so I'm not that worried about it, but when I do it on a real account, it's gonna be kind of a problem.
It's a prop firm account.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you email your prop firm?
I did not. This was on NinjaTrader's sim account that I had this.
So you had the Rhythmic data on, and you were trading on the NinjaTrader sim account, not the Rhythmic sim account.
No, it wasn't the prop firm.
Okay, gotcha.
I wonder how. This is a weird time to have an Iran war when we're rolling over contracts.
Yeah. We are not willing to get into the 6010 region again. And I am actually trying to get my account fixed, so I am being really stupid. I'm very sorry, but I need to get this fucking account working.
That's a lower high than the last time it entered that zone as well.
Yes, absolutely. That is a very, very, very valid short. And I missed it. So let's see if we can get a retest in there.
Yeah, I would only call it a proper lower high if it does retest and fail, then that's a nice short, I would say. Here it goes.
Let me ask you a person. If there's one thing I really hate these days, it's those AI helpers on websites. They drive me fucking crazy. AI is too stupid to help me because they don't understand what I want to say. But you like me to connect? Yes, connect me to a human being.
That's the first thing I ever say to an AI advisor.
Yes. Connect me to a human being now. Go away. Come on, 6010. Let's see it retest without conviction so I can short this market. fighting. Good fight. Corn Dog, I'm doing good. Sorry, I didn't read your question yet. I'm doing really good. I'm up for 10 points. Something like that. They really want. You see this purple line right here? I don't know if you see it very well. This is Ferre, you know the guy, Ferre is gone. It's that big seller that I told you about this morning. 6008. It's a seller from March 3. I'll show him on a 4-hour chart. It is this guy. March 3. You see the red balls? It's that guy again. Bang. 6008. He's the one that made the market crash. You see that? He sold. Bang. 7,000 contracts right here. I'm keeping an eye on this guy for like 3 months already.
Just pushing above, but it's not able to hold.
No, it's not very, very, very powerful in the push-up at the moment. We do have a nice accumulation here. I'm gonna put some level on it. Oh, not an alarm. Nope. Let's do a V.O.M.A accumulation. Nice blue level. Right there. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see how it reacts to this on a retest.
Can't remember what time frame it was, but I put a picture of one of the accumulation candles in the chat.
When did you do that?
This is it's in the chat for the live talks.
Okay. Yeah, I see it, yes. When did you put that up?
That was like at 8:08.
Is that on a minute chart?
Oh, sorry. I mean that was like 15 minutes ago or something, or 10 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
It's probably on a minute chart. It was a tiny one though. I had to zoom in for that one.
I don't have it. I'm on the 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is better for accumulation distribution stuff.
Probably is. I noticed that in 15 minutes do very well.
Yeah.
I think that's a 5-minute chart.
Which one?
The picture that Sith's put in the chat is 5 minutes.
Yes, indeed. That is a 5-minute chart, Sith. And that is weird because I don't have an accumulation zone there. I have it a bit higher. Maybe something to do with our settings.
Let me go check. Which one did you
I took the one from the LimeWire account.
Okay, hold on.
Just the zip. I didn't took the one out of the repo because it gave me some problems yesterday. Now it's like I need to have it installed before I do the live, so that people can see the actual levels. By the way, guys, the VOMA indicator, just gonna give you a bit of insights right here. All these levels get printed every day automatically on your chart. So unfortunately today we had the big push down, but as we see, this is our value bottom, 6010. We are trying to push through, so we are pushing through back into value. We can use this value bottom as a higher low of the day. Now, if we see something like this, value bottom here, value top right here, this means we probably won't be getting into this because price can go between these guys. Just a little bit of heads up. Is this normally the value top should be above the line in the sand for it to be a trend day in here. So I am watching this level to be retested, to be accepted above, retested, and then take it higher. And my next stop will be the value top at 60.25-ish. I hope that's a little bit more clear for a game plan. That is why I have been improvising actually this entire time. Now, as another note, having this accumulation right below the value top, that is a very bullish sign for me. Also seeing our cumulative delta getting higher and higher and higher on the deltas as we approach this value bottom, that is also a very bullish sign for me.
We also still have coiling.
Yeah.
On the alpha levels. I don't know if that means it's going to touch it, but it is Friday, so.
yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's pre-rollover week. There was this massive new spike that is just too ridiculous. 100. I didn't think I ever seen. Yeah, I did see it before. Asia opening 116 point drop. That is just crazy. That is really crazy. It's like, where is he today? Framework, Kevin. Where is he? That guy got $4,000.
Yeah, that's
saw that.
Show the guy who crashed it again.
Where's he based? Because that for me was 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's he's in Belgium.
Oh, okay, so it's about 2 in the morning.
Yeah, but he's trading like 24/7. He's crazy. I was down to look at the charts a little less. Whoa, did you see that, guys? Did you see that? That is that value bottom being being hit. Very nice. Let's see us get back and retest this and get long.
I want to see
or not. Is there anything news upcoming? Because I have my news feed on silent at the moment.
No major news.
No major
today.
news. So it was just a breakout.
Yeah.
Corn Dog, what do you mean? Show the guy who crashed it again. The guy who crashed it. The guy who
like the guy from March. The guy from March with the.
Yeah. I'll show you. Corn Dog, I'm sorry. I will make this a little bit bigger. don't get distracted. So these guys on the 4-hour chart, on my 4-hour chart, I only track people who put in more than 2,500 contracts. So, and this is the entire story. I was following him from here. You see this accumulation right here, which happens in October. I was following it a few days in advance as well. He was accumulating here, and he was back to accumulating higher and higher and higher. And look what happened at the top. He had 3,000, another 9,000, almost 10,000, and then he sold another 10,000 contracts. So here, this guy who was accumulating right here and right here sold over 15,000 contracts. Market sold off. We had some reactions at exactly the same price level, give or take. This guy sold another 8,700 plus some other thing that I can't see now, about 10 to 12,000 contracts again. Market sold off, then we had the gap days, and this is why I say there are no coincidences in trading. We went back up, we had this little range that I call the December breakout range. I mean, I always say, you hear me saying that a lot, the December breakout range. And that's where he sold the rest of his contracts. Then we get low, we get back up, and then here, right here, he sold another 5,000 contracts, a little over 6,000, I think. And that caused the market to crash. This was right in conjunction with the beginning of March, or as we say, the Trump incident. Voila. Because news always comes right at key levels, which is really, really, really strange. And the market started selling off. We touched in him again somewhere half of May, somewhere at the end of May again, and now we are trading into him again and again and again and again and again. See, he is not accumulating anymore because I don't see any big orders coming in. But then we have the news. As we are moving up here, Elon Musk is having a fight with President Trump. A fight, I'm not native English speaker. So they are fighting, and price is going back up. Right in here, Elon Musk is back to being friends with Donald Trump, but he will stay out of politics. Market is balancing, and then suddenly at this nice level where we crashed in March before we got the news of the Israeli attack. Bang. Got us down again. So these market cycles where these big buys always tend to happen and these big sells always tend to happen at exactly the order flow levels. It's like the news is being made so investors can get money out of the market, which is impossible, I know, but it's almost as if it's mechanically engineered to do some stuff like that. But it's not. It's not. We all know that the markets aren't manipulated. So, who are we to think that they are?
I think it's more likely these traders have inside knowledge of what's coming,
yes.
And then they're able to bring the market to that level.
Yes, there is. Time. Yep. You can always see it. You can always see the liquidity shifting and the. It's like I was saying yesterday before the news. There's always one or two guys that are paying brokers to be the market makers before news events. So there is a news event coming out, and the market, the order book will just dry up. And then you have these high frequency traders who actually, I don't know if anybody read the book Flash Boys. These guys, they trade at a 1/100th of a millisecond, like a nanosecond stuff that they put out orders. So as soon as the as news drops, they will put in hundreds, maybe thousands of contracts at different price levels, pushing the market up. So what we believe and what most people believe, if there is a new spike and we go above a certain level and market pushes up very aggressively, people say, oh, that is a stop run. All these stops are getting triggered. But actually it is the exact opposite. What happens is news comes out and these guys put really small limit orders everywhere. So all these limit orders get sold into. Crazy how that works. Now let's take a look at, for example, our CPI release. Where was it? Here. No. Which was CPI? 10th? This is CPI.
11th, wasn't it?
The
CPI?
11th, yes. Okay.
Was that PPI? No, it might have been the 12th.
CPI was here. Yeah, CPI was here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can always see it. You can always see it at the news. Yes, this was in fact. Damn, I don't know it anymore. Yesterday was PPI, so.
Oh, so CPI was, it was the 11th then.
Yeah, sorry, I'm watching the chat and I see this guy working on my screen. Oh, damn, I have to put that off.
Oh.
Sorry, so I'm not even watching the market anymore for now. So we have this huge CPI candle, which actually started right here. You see, bam. They are buying up, and then you can see all these orders getting triggered right here. These are all 500 orders up okay, and the market takes them back out, down. So these guys are all sell limits, bam. They're not buy orders, they're all sell limits, stacking. And as soon as we come here, they sell, they reaccumulate, they sell, they reaccumulate, they sell, and at the end of the day, they just sell the rest of their contracts. These guys are the bastards. You can see them. You can clearly see them, and you can clearly see what they are doing. So there's always a difference between seeing them in hindsight and reacting to them, but you get my point.
These are sort of the billionaire class, I take it, with that kind of.
They are, I think, to be on the board of the CME, to be in the CME, I think it's 5 million you have to pay them to become a market maker. I'm not very sure of the exact numbers. I'm sorry, I'm just going back to trading now. But yes, they are a bunch of really rich people only getting richer. They don't care about your stop loss. That's all bullshit. They care about their limits getting filled. We are back at the weekly V.O.M.A. Weekly V.O.M.A. It's 60:23, guys. I'm gonna give it about half an hour more, and then I will cut the stream for this weekend and enjoy my Friday. Can anyone just type some stuff in the chat so that I don't have to see this huge black guy dance? Oh,
I don't like it. That's me working at my job.
Screen, please. This is really making me and I can't take my eyes off of it. That's even worse.
Well, I'm trying to find something better. Go with this one.
Much better. Thank you very much. Thank you. So right now we see the same situation. Actually, we see this Asian news spike, and now we see it being bought up right above this. If we just take a look at this, the first really big buyer came in at 6,007.25, which is actually right below this 6,008 level once again. This guy from March. It's unbelievable. Yes, and we all wish we could trade that without fear or hesitation. I know I would. I would make a lot more money than just the $500 I made today. Once I get a company to trading like this again, just no prop firms, no stuff, just my own money, I'll start to up my risk again. Just keeping it very, very tight for a Friday.
Half considering trying to follow that guy's orders.
Yeah. That's why I track these big orders. They're always right on the spot. They're really always very precise levels to watch. Just people say, "Oh, why are you tracking like orders above 5,000?" Because it's interesting to watch. You can actually see how big money is being moved around. That was my reason also for taking the long at 81. Not a few, only a few minutes ago, because I saw a guy with about 300, 400 contracts, and he was racing up the dome, so he was very, very much in a hurry to get filled. He wanted to buy at that 81. I think he got filled at 83 or something like that. So what we do have, I'll show you on the dome again. 610 is you have the VOMA levels right here on another distribution. Nice. Let's make a copy of this one. Put it. I'm just tracking these distributions as well to see how they react with price. They seem to be tracking high volume nodes as well. It's really interesting. I'm gonna see how they act on retests, especially.
Yeah, accumulation candles are great for buying in on retests. They usually get retested like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. That's the whole range initiation, mitigation, continuation setup. Works amazing. So what I do now is I wait for these levels to get retested with a lot of positive or negative delta, which will tell me exactly where the market is, exactly-ish where the market is wanting to go. I'm going to speak with 2 words. I'm going to be very careful on a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Rin C, I've looked at that before. It's a good way to view the market. I mean, that's what's happening, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like you can watch the market in real time, and that's the way we want to go with the VOMA levels as well. Just get these levels in real time every day. These are the important levels. These are the dealer positionings. This is what is happening during the day. So those are really interesting levels. Especially if you can see exactly what is happening around these levels. That is even more exciting for me. I'm just gonna say that I am not going to long here if we get a retest of the value bottom, because the next target would be 60.25 and VWAP is at 60.23. I might consider a long, yes, but I won't take it until 25. I think I go like from zone to zone, from value bottom into this minor zone. I prefer V level than minor.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing that VWAP? What time frame are you seeing that on?
Excuse me?
The VWAP, the 6023. Did you say what time frame?
Yeah,
is that
that's
on?
the weekly. That's the weekly
The
view up.
weekly. Okay, for you. Okay.
Yeah, I think weekly view up is actually the most important one.
Yeah.
Because what we are doing is a lot of the high time frame traders. I don't know if you know exactly what VWAP does.
Yeah, I mean, it's volume weighted average price. I did look at the
Yeah.
calculation at one.
Yes. Volume weighted average price is I'll give you a small free lesson. Is actually what is used by market makers to make up fair price. So if they get like somebody calling them a rich Arab billionaire who says I want to buy 1,000 shares of S&P, they will make sure they get filled at around fair value. They cannot go like, okay, I'll fill you in 250 contracts at 610, 6,010, and 2,000 contracts at 6,000. They have to build the position at a fair value. That is what the volume weighted average price is. So that is the volume of the most fair transactions. So that is why the weekly VWAP, in the beginning of the week, that is where orders will be placed. You can see it very clearly this week. This week was like a fight for VWAP the entire week. We stayed above it, we stayed below it, and that is probably because we have rollover next week, and we have some people want to exit at a fair price. So there is a lot of orders going on around VWAP, and now maybe we get a Friday close, probably at the weekly VWAP again. So that is exactly why I look at weekly VWAP and not so much as daily VWAP. Daily VWAP for me is either a bounce zone or a no trade zone. Weekly VWAP, I will not trade around weekly VWAP because it will be chop zone for hours.
I'd never considered it like that, so that's really useful actually. That's useful information.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm better at the theory than the actual practice. But yes, that is why we use weekly VWAP. Just put it in your charts and look. You will see that Monday to Tuesday we will probably always be building positions around weekly VWAP, and then we will push either above or below and stay there. And now this week you will see that every time we move back to this weekly VWAP, every time, see, boom, yep, chop up, boom, 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 get back to the weekly VWAP. Well, a previous week we pushed above it. This was Monday, orders, up again. Tuesday we retested, pushed above, and we stayed above it for the entire week. Meaning there were no more orders getting filled at VWAP. Of course, on Friday, the orders can back down into the weekly VWAP. See that?
Yeah.
So that's why I watch weekly VWAP. I don't trade of it. I just watch it as a magnet kind of positioning, because now we know that it is Friday, it's rollover, so people want to exit their positions at this weekly VWAP.
Just adding it to my chart actually, because that's really useful. I'm not putting the line on the chart. I've got too many lines, but as long as I can have it in the corner, just displaying the value, that's good enough.
That's all you need. And just so you know, that it will always act like a magnet. If we trade above weekly VWAP, I will try to stay out of shorts. If we trade below weekly VWAP, I will try to stay out of longs. Easy as that. We're gonna be touching it any minute. That's what she said.
602.331. I've got it as at the moment.
Yes, always. It's always a little off depending on the time frame you're watching. So I've got 23.18 on my 15-minute chart, and on my 40 range chart, I get 23.25.
I find it differs broker to broker with futures as well. Like
the V.O.M.A is normally always the same price.
some of the data, like some candles can sometimes be
That actually shouldn't be able to happen.
No?
Normally, every data on the futures contract is exactly the same. On the footprint, it can be a little bit jumpy. Like if I see a 71, someone can see a 72 or a 96. That can differ a little bit because of dark pool injections and stuff like that.
Volume. Maybe I'm thinking of volume.
But normally, it's all pretty much the same.
There's one metric that I heard differs broker to. It might be volume, but there's one metric I heard can differ depending.
Because
on
in Forex it can differ. Yes, absolutely.
Forex.
Yes, because Forex doesn't have a central order book, and the broker makes a price. So that is one of the reasons I don't like Forex, because you're trading brokers, and your broker can make the price, your broker can make the spread. So it's pretty. You're trading your broker, and if your broker. Normally, your broker should be on your team, because if you make money, your broker makes money. But most of the time, they are actually out to get you. I have to stop laughing like ICT. Every time I laugh, I hear ICT in my mic. She's creeping me out.
They haunt this place.
See, I have to stop that. Back into VOMA levels. This feels nice. It's crazy again how this value top, which today is actually, as it says, the top of possible value, coincides perfectly with weekly VWAP. It's crazy how the levels conflict with EOCs, with VWAPs, with low volume nodes, big sellers. It's crazy. I love it.
And whoever designed those must have been a genius.
I think he's a pretty smart guy. I think so.
Well, that's good.
I might be the only one that's just thinking that. Corn Dog just see the weekly VWAP. Yes, Corn Dog is pretty impressive. I'm just bummed. I'm bummed out that I didn't. I only got the 7 points on the long, and I didn't take it higher. And also a bit bummed out that I didn't get a second good signal to get into the long into the market again. I was unable to position myself right around this 10,000 level. So I will be journaling that extensively and taking that with me to next week's trading. Bang, there we go, above weekly VWAP. This is very nice. This is a nice little push. Also, when you're doing a lot of talking and you don't have your eyes on the market, you're missing out on some potential great entries. Unfortunately, we have another low volume node above 60.25. Did you take the long set?
And I haven't taken. I was looking at stuff on V.O.M.A real quick for the absorption.
Yeah,
I'm still messing around
Yes, we don't get the absorption levels, it seems to be.
Yeah, something's really odd. I thought I sent some of the stuff that I had in the zip. Apparently, I worked on it more and changed some of the stuff later. I didn't realize that. Because I don't have like the minor levels anymore or anything. It's 30 levels.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I did the one, not the one that you updated in Discord. I downloaded the other one from LimeWire yesterday. So maybe it would be better if we all use the exact same version for some reason.
It's probably also why your candles are different.
Yeah. Okay, value top is rejecting. Weekly VWAP is rejecting. Let's see if we hold it.
I think T1 to max alpha is in the near future.
That would be really crazy. But as you said that we close around 70% of the time between T1 and minus T1 and 90% between T2 and minus T2. So we are pushing back into that zone after a big rally up once more, getting us ready to start ranging into Friday evening, as it seems. Hey Maddie, I didn't see you come in, man. Sorry. Make some more noise next time. How are you doing? Maddie is silent. Okay. She is holding above this weekly view up. Also, the order book is getting quite filled now. As we gone from the 10 order book in the morning to a much more medium filled 60 contracts for now at weekly view up. Once again, guys, the indicator you see here, the yellow indicator, which gives us a sense of volatility. If it is red, there is a lot of volatility, and a thin order book. If it is yellow, there is medium volatility and a good size on the order book. And if it is green, it means there is a lot of size on the order book, a lot of orders happening, big positioning probably. This indicator, I will draw a circle around it, is made by our friend Corndog and is accessible for downloads in the what channel is it? The trading tools channel. It's called the Liquidity Compass. I couldn't trade without it anymore. Just saying. Thank you, Corndog, for making this. This is awesome. Yes, credit is due, man. I know. I still I'm very thankful for this. I couldn't trade without it anymore.
I don't think free members can see it.
Ah, okay.
Liquidity Compass channel?
Yeah. I thought I could see the trading tools, all the trading tools.
Some of them they can.
I'll make them accessible. Now we're getting some big orders at around V.O.M.A value top T2. I'm having red delta candles as well, meaning price will be stalling here. We got some nice selling in here at 26-ish. What's gonna be the next version of it? Corn dog, give us the secret sauce. I already like it like it is. It's simple. It just does what it needs to do. I love it. I want to stab a short here, but I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to counter trade this strength. What I am going to do, guys, is thank you all for being here. That really means a lot to me that there's been some good attendance and some really good talks today. I am going to close down my charts. Made my profits, keeping my profits for the day. Going into the week, jumping in the pool, and just get some weekend rest, much needed weekend rest. Corn dog, I'll be getting in touch with you for your job this evening. Don't worry, I'm on it. Guys, I'm gonna close down. Have a very, very, very nice weekend. I hope you, if you didn't take trades yet, be careful. And I'll see you guys either Sunday or Monday. Have a great weekend, guys.
See you, Rico.
Bye bye.